Hi guys, welcome to Sana podcast. I'm your host Sana Ghazal, and today we are going to be talking about perfectionism. What is it? How can we overcome it? How does it show up in our life? And how can we take advantage of it and turn it into healthy striving? Let's read the definition of perfection. Perfection is the flawless state where everything is exactly right. It feels like anything you do other than perfect is failure. That means you will never be satisfied with the act or the performance you are doing. You may think that it motivates you to learn more or to be a better person, but that's not true because it traps you in fear and self criticism, which is very, very dangerous for your mental health. A lot of perfectionists tie their self worth to performance, thinking, if I do good, then I'll be valuable. If I do the show, then people will respect me and think of me as a valuable, important person. A lot of people think that perfectionism is a defense mechanism because it's often developed as a way to protect ourselves from criticism, regret, or even shame. They think of it as a shield, but instead of protecting us, it traps us in fear and self judgment. Many people think if I do everything right, nobody can blame me. So that comes from anxiety and being afraid of making mistakes. Okay, so where does perfectionism come from? It comes from early experiences. For example, teachers or parents that are expecting too much from the child, or trying to compare yourself to others and trying to meet standards that are just basically not yours. Sometimes it comes after wanting control of a situation that you are powerless in. So it's usually learned and it's not something that you're born with. How does perfectionism show up? It can show up as overthinking every detail of your life. It can show up as procrastination. Ironically, perfectionists delay their tasks because they fear that they might do them wrong. Also, difficulty starting or finishing anything because it's never good enough. It can show up as harsh self criticism or the fear of failure and embarrassment. Sometimes it even hurts relationships because of the unrealistic expectations that one of the partners are expecting from the other. So, what's the cost of perfectionism? It will cost you to burn out, to have anxiety and stress, to have a low self esteem because of all the criticism, you will miss a lot of opportunities because you're afraid of taking risks, and it will take the joy out of everything you love. So, what's the difference between healthy striving and perfectionism? Healthy striving is I want to improve and I want to do better. But perfectionism is I want to be flawless or else I'm not worth it. One is motivating and one is suffocating. So, how can we work with perfectionism? We have to control the inner critic in our head that is implanting fear. And we have to reframe mistakes as learning and not failure. We have to set good enough examples and not impossible ones. We have to allow ourselves sometimes to do some stuff imperfectly. We have to focus on progress instead of perfection. Finally, we have to talk to ourselves kindly, like we would to a friend. After everything we've talked about, I want to ask you a question. Do you know what the opposite of perfectionism is? Some people would think it's laziness or something that's similar to that, but actually, it's self acceptance. At the end, we realize that perfectionism isn't about standards, it's about safety and self worth. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Sana podcast. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to drop a comment about the idea you want to hear about next and subscribe. Thank you.